Hello, everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, good day. I just want to quickly take the chance to copy some of the other content of the library we are going to look at today into my WAV file, because Ferrum does not only come as a most importantly Kontakt player library, it also comes with a big chunk of wave files, and I just want to make sure that we have these available so we can take a look at them later down the line as well. Switch view here, there we go. So I just was so awesome prepared to open up the GUI of the interface already, so we can look at it while we load it. So as I've said, today we want to take a look at Ferrum by Keepforest, which is the first time that they actually also released a free version of this instrument. So if you want to take a look at it and check out the interface and the engine and everything behind it, there is a free version that is available at keepforest.com that actually gets you a serial, and it works in Kontakt Player 6 as far as I know. And you get like quite a bunch of sounds. Why is it not doing anything? Don't save. There we go. Okay, so you get the same interface with a small selection of the sounds from the big version. And that's very impressive. Hey Ragnar! That stuff is for free, so if you have not downloaded this one yet, I can only ask why. Why have you not downloaded this yet? This is an amazing freebie for trailer music. So I think that's, first of all, very, very generous from Keepforest to provide a free version of this. Yeah, I'm giving away a massive amount of copies of the free version. Just go to keepforest.com and download it. Yay! Freebies! Freebies are always good. So just so you know, this one is the free edition. The engine is fully workable. There is obviously some restriction, otherwise why would you need to buy the full version? There is just a little amount of the included MIDI phrases that come with the library. But yeah, let's take a look at the free version, one patch, full version, bada boom. 23 patches and a wave folder that we are going to take a look at in a little bit. So let's replace the free version. So now we are in the full version. Just make sure that I don't blast your speakers. Okay, let's quickly take a look at the overall interface and what we have here. Let's close the browser. Going from left to right, so that's the main interface. Some of you may be familiar with it from other libraries, from other well-known New York-based developers that recently updated a bit of their percussion libraries. that stage positioning tool right here, which allows you to move the sound in the 3D space field back and forth and left and right. So there's that. That is the stage positioning tool. Fixed sound, I have not really... Oh yeah, you can fix the room and still move. Then it seems like it's just moving the close mic. Anyway, below the main view here, you see these little squares which represent the round robins. So a lot of these sounds have an insane amount of round robins to give you lots of sonic variation. Is this library just percussion? For the most part, yes. Oh, and by the way, I just realized we also have presets. Lots and lots of presets. Oh, wow. So we have a little bit to look at. Holy hell, I didn't even know that. So let's initialize. On the left, you have, for this patch, you have 2 mic positions, or a reverb and a mic position. So that is just a reverb and 1 mic position, but there are other patches that have several mic positions. And you can edit the envelope of the sound, which maybe does not really make sense for short percussive sounds, but you can tweak the release. Sometimes that is very useful. We have solo and mute in case we have several mic positions. We can turn it on and off. This does not... Yeah, this does purge the instrument. So, going to the right, we have different playback modes. Let's quickly... I think the easiest way is to just listen to them and see what they do. So first one being mono. Sounds like it's mono. Then we have stereo. Obviously stereo. And we can change the width of the sound till we get back to mono. So that's pretty cool. Then we have a doubling feature, which yeah, I'm not in the freebie anymore. I'm in the full version now. Sorry if that confused. So the freebie has like just a small selection of the sounds, but the engine is the same, but it says free version in the middle here. So I'm in the full version now. By the way, we haven't talked about pricing, size, and all that stuff. By the way, the website is keep-forest. Keep-forest.com. Sorry. Let me paste that here. Keep-forest.com. That's where you also can grab the freebie and the library itself comes at... Oh god, I should have looked at that before. At least at the pricing. Why can I not click this? Ferrum, there we go. Okay, $299 full price, $249 intro price, $249 intro price. There we go. So, and it's like 9 gigs of content. So, going on forward. So doubling, as the name implies, doubles the sound, so makes it a bigger size ensemble. I think it is an artificial way of creating a doubling, like 2 sound sources and spreading them a few milliseconds apart. When we compare stereo. And then we have ensemble, an ensemble builder, so to say, that pretty much is a flam as well, but just with more content. So, although I think for the most part I'm going to use the stereo sound. Yeah, I mean, they have to accept the fact that there's going to be comparisons with damage for sure. But I think they serve different purposes and are aimed at different styles. So damage is more like big drums, organic, with a typical heaviosity damage sound. But this is more, I mean, the name implies ferrum, so it's iron, it's metal based, so a lot of, and that's why we have tons of metal sounds in here. And the overall sound design is even more geared towards trailer sound than Damage 2 is. And there's some sounds in here that you just don't find in Damage, and vice versa. There's sounds in Damage that you won't find here. I mean, just because someone else brings out a percussion library doesn't mean another dev cannot do that. So they are not redundant. It doesn't mean if you have one that you don't need the other. It's different sound aesthetics and also I think different usages. This is clearly bolts to the wall trailer sound. That's what it's aimed for, and that's what it sounds great for. I have to admit that I feel that some of the sounds are a tad too distorted from the get-go for my liking. Like, some of these sounds have these distorted overlay that I would love, and this is not based on effects, so this is baked into the sample. So some of that stuff, when I quickly listened through, I felt that some of these sounds have a little too much distortion in their top end and on top of the sample. I would rather have to have a little bit more control over that, but that is minimal. There's not really a big of an issue, but some of the sounds like this one, I mean, works as it is and can get really good results in the mix for sure. But yeah, it is what it is, and it sounds fucking amazing. Excuse my French. This is how would you compare it to Perk X? Perk X is a great library, but this has nothing to do with Perk X. Very, very different approaches. Sorry, I had the handle on my mic. Okay, that was the main page. Not much more to explore here, besides the other sounds that we're going to take a look at. So let's jump quickly over to the effects page. There is a broad selection of the typical Contact effects that are built into Contact, and you can pretty much to seven slots available to transient, editing, compression, distortion, all the good stuff. So I won't go too much into detail on these. If you're kind of a little bit familiar and you have some presets to get you going, so that's cool. Let's try some of these out. Dark Punch, for example. Sounds like a filter on top. Yeah, low pass. Learn that to MIDI. Nice preset there. Distortion metals. They definitely don't hold back with the distortion sounds on this one. Room tail long. Hello, Luri Pununun, if I pronounced that correctly. If not, I apologize. Far drums delay. So there are some presets in there to get you going. That's pretty cool. Can we initialize, reset all? There we go. So that's the effects page. So we have the main page, some mic placement, we have the effects page. Let's quickly listen through some of the other sounds that are included. So we have epic trailer percussion. I have the feeling that overall the library is constructed very logically, like going from low to high over the course of the keys. So like in this patch, we're starting out with sub booms. I love the round robins on these sounds. These short hits are so great for like the end of the trailer where you have these little endings and stuff like that. Stuff like that. These are great for that. The sound is amazing. Epic trailer percussion. Then we have organic, massive ensemble. I quickly played through that one yesterday and I had so hard. I had to smile so hard. I want to do a trailerized version of We Will Rock You for whatever movie comes along. Holy shit. This is insanely good. I have tons of stomp libraries. I was always looking for a great stomp sound, but this kicks everything out of the water. It's like an army of orcs standing in a huge hangar and stomping all at once, and you have some decent mics in the back of the hall for the reverb. Orcs angry. Nice, nice. And then we have some presets as well, which I assume are usually It's nice that they have a lot of presets with my initials in the beginning. That is pretty cool. I had nothing to do with that. That was their decision. But yeah, the ensemble and the spread feature actually allows you to create really, really broad sound strokes. Hey Airsick, hope you're doing good. Super snare drums. This is so sick. Yeah, I did say the same in the Dark Era video, because the Dark Era patches all have my initials, even in the GUI. It says DE all the time. So here we are in classic trailer hit territory. These are one-shots, so no round robin. Oh my god. I should not play too many of these on their own, so they cannot be resampled from the video. Sorry, Keepforest. I am quite the celebrity, apparently. Nah. Metallic trailer, it's playable. So now we are back in round robin territory, I guess. I don't know what I shall. There's no words I should add to this. Just play 3 patches and let them speak for themselves. I love these short hits, they're great. That sounds surprisingly tame given the rest of the library. And here you have the full mic positions. That's a decent EDM kick right there as well. When you turn down the release. So that's nice. Luri Pununin, can you briefly explain what's going on? What is going on is that this sample library I have on my screen here has just been released by a company called Keepforest. They also offer a freebie version of their library, and we are taking a look at it and see what sounds inside and what you can do with it. So pretty much that's it. So this pretty much, from here on out, this explains why the library is called Ferrum. So it's a lot of metallic hits, bangs. Keepforest guys have been banging on quite a bunch of new stuff. Doors, like industrial doors. I mean, not only are these sounds extremely useful on their own, but they're also amazing to layer and create your own hits with it. If you are tired of using the ones that they provided, which is unlikely. We have cymbals. Okay, the hi-hats are not group based, so the open hi-hat is not cut short by the closed hi-hat. So these are more like one shots. Oh. Oh, we have different hi-hats. Maybe in a future update, I would suggest to emulate rather a hi-hat behavior, to cut off the open hi-hats with the shorter ones. And we have some cymbal performances. Good. Next one. Cymbals heavy processing. Wait a second. Okay, yeah, there is heavy processing going on. Yeah, volume Keepforest, you definitely need to set it to -6 at least to start working. So it does not only do epic, you can also do comedy. Or at least dramedy. These like triangle tingles on top of a track, instant dramedy. Would be better if the short cuts the long again. Sounds like tambourine. This stuff is extremely useful as well. Found sounds and like kitchen sounds. If you need like some ticking, shakery type of stuff. Playback choice modes. Mono is mono, as the name implies. Let's take a short sound. Like this. Mono is mono. Stereo gives you the stereo width. Doubling doubles the sound, and you can define how far apart that is. And ensemble creates an artificial ensemble. Like up to a drunk ensemble. Could any of you guys please hit the one at the same time? Yeah, we will. 1, 2, 3, 4. Guys. 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, perfect. There we go. So, like that. You can do like ensemble sounds. Various metals. So lots of metallic stuff to bang on. Various metals universal. I tried to make that a little bit shorter, so here's a sound example of what's included. Well, maybe mute the mic so you don't hear the noise from the keyboard. Fuck me. There we go. Yep. So here's what's included in the various metals. Perfect. Next patch. Again, various metals, but this time high ringing. ouch, that. And mid-ringing. TikTok's great for, I think these are great for reverb and delay play arounds. What can we do with that? We can say, okay, let's take a vintage reverb, time, 8th dotted. Luripunun, if you look at the website, there is a free version that you can try out the engine and everything, which is a stripped down version of the full library. And the full library currently is on intro sale for $249. So again, lots of stuff to play around with. Muted metals. Percussive metals. Ooh. That sounds like a great patch to finally have a look at this tab, which we didn't check out yet. And this is where things go really crazy, in a positive way. First and foremost, it's a simple step sequencer. So you get the idea, you have a sound, and when you turn this on, then it plays the sounds back based on the steps. You can define the amount of steps. So one step would give you one step up to 16. Yeah, there you go. That is nothing out of the ordinary. This is what we usually know of that stuff, and you have that available for panning and for filter and for pitch. So if we activate the panning, for example, and say just on the last two, we change that. So pretty much that is self-explanatory. Where it really gets interesting is with these little buttons down here. Because every step can have a certain amount of sub-steps that you can define per step. So right now we are on, I think, on quarters. And let's say every second step should be 8th notes with a plus sign, and you can see that it puts a line in the middle. And now you have so, and this is where it really gets interesting. So then you can say, okay, here I want to have a triplet in the end. So that's really cool. And then let's say we do you see where this is going at. I don't know how many we can do. So 8 steps. So we can say, for example, here we do this. And this is extremely useful because you have all these round robins. Hi, 7 Tears of Hope, by the way. Forgot to say hi. So you don't get this machine gun effect because all these samples have so many round robins. And you can define the playback mode. So when you hold two keys, for example, like that one and that one, the low and the high, when I hit both, so that plays all the keys at the same time. Then we can say play me an arpeggio. Or descending. Then we can say advanced. In advanced, you can define which step plays which sample. So, for example, when I want the high part only on these, I can do. So that's pretty cool. And last but not least, we have key sequence. So very, very cool things you can do with it. And where this whole thing really starts to shine with the menu here, because you have, excuse me, a fuckload of MIDI loops and performances to get you going. So let's listen to some of these. We have trailer fills. I will stick with the instrument we have here right now because that is pretty cool for that. And you can cycle through all these different elements with these arrow buttons here. Let's maybe start somewhere else, not with fills, but trailer basics. Okay, that's very basic. I want some more stuff. Or we can double the tempo. Hey Potro, nice to see you too. Well, that's pretty neat. Maybe don't start with the basics. Okay, there we go. And yeah, I have to be honest, that may work better with the actual trailer percussion. So let's change that. I mean, it works with the other patches as well, but if we want to go epic and impress the shit out of the client, sitting in the back on the couch and saying, here, listen to this shit for your trailer. Listen. Okay, done, you get the trailer. Hey Remco! Holy shit, this is great. Yes! This is such a fucking lifesaver. This is amazing. And then when you do the key sequence, that means you can change the sound while it's playing. Uh, Holy fuck. Randomized key sequence. Oh, Keepforest, by the way. Thank you for stopping by. Ah, that's awesome. Randomized key sequence. You fucking kidding me? um, Keepforest, please make sure that you never sell this like to trailer editors or something. We as composers still need to be the guys that do the magic stuff, and they just get it and sit there and say, "Oh, never give that away to them. That is ours." I don't know if I fucking ever need another percussion library for trailer stuff. Can you randomize the sequence up here as well? I mean, even if you don't, it doesn't matter. Well, also, I have to admit, it's not only the sounds, but dear Keepforest guys, the step data is great as well. These rhythms are insanely good. Very clever use of 2s and 3s. Oh, this will load a random preset. Okay, got it. Oh, don't ask again. There we go. I was just saying maybe offer an option to not bring up that thing every time. Let's randomize the key sequence once more. What? So this is what? Okay, what does Europe sound like? Europe has bass drum sounds. Sorry for the noise outside. They kind of redo the trees out there. Are you fucking serious? I'm sorry for the noise. I hope it doesn't distract too much. And now my wife is calling, so give me a moment. Yeah, So, unfortunately, I have to leave you. Oh, damn, that noise. Let me try to get rid of the noise. I will be back in 2 minutes. So, we just jump into a quick pause. Sorry for that. 1, 2. Hey everyone, sorry for that break for the little. We are back, and I think the noise out there is gone as well. What did I miss? Let me take a quick look at the chat. Matthew, welcome. Secret operations. Yes, of course. Can you pull out the sequence as MIDI? Yes, you can. We will look into that in a second. Carrying groceries in. I read some other question if that same MIDI engine is included in the free version. I have to say partly yes. So the free edition has the same engine overall, and you can try all the stuff. But obviously they would be it wouldn't be a free version if you had everything in there. So you have a small selection of the MIDIs from the full version. So you can still get a decent amount of sounds out of it. Holy shit. And when we look at the trailer basics, but you could technically program your own patterns and save them in the free version, I guess. So yeah, you can save as well. So you could build your own pattern library in the free version and have that as your percussion. But you can also save the time and use the stuff that they provide and just use the thing that is the full version, which makes life incredibly easier. Say loader. What do we have? Let's check some trailer fills. It's that is a really good library. I like it a lot. When you combine that with more organic sources, not this one. Where was it? Where was it? Where was it? Low mid. Let's try this. Let's try this. Rhythm. Europe? No, not Europe. Let's do cinematic. Okay, here, let's try the randomize. Key sequence, randomize. This is so amazing. You can instantly create like, oh damn, they are still not done with the trees outside. And 7 tiers, you need to rewind the video to the beginning. I did play We Will Rock You already. I won't do that again. Matthew, I do not have the array update yet. Actually, I wanted to download that today. And yeah, I mean, if you did expression maps and everything already, you're kind of a little bit out of luck. I don't care too much about it because I usually just use single instances and single instruments. So I don't really need to worry about the fact that they now redistributed the sounds into different patches. But I'm sorry for you that you need to go through. Only thing I can recommend is head over to my shop and get the quick load template and use single instruments. Then you don't need to use expression maps. Shameless plug there. Oh, that was bad. I apologize. Not. So this is really cool. And yeah, obviously, as we can hear, I strongly hope that there will be a follow-up library that is not with the same engine, that is not focused on metal, but focused on organic sounds. Like having... Maybe there's a hint in there because they already have these presets for other sounds, Europe, Asian, if we look at Middle East. So maybe darbuka and stuff like that is coming later down the line. Tupans. It would only make sense to expand the sonic landscape of that. The engine is amazing. So congrats, you Keepforest guys. This is really good. Remco, there is indeed a free giveaway. You just head over to the Keepforest website and grab the freebie. Great. Keepforest, please don't tell me what to do. I was just about to jump onto the wave folder. I was just about to do that right now. So the library does not only come with a contact instrument and the corresponding files, but also a wave folder containing tons of other stuff. So let's take a quick sneak peek into the Ferrum wave folder and see what's included there. Make that a little bit wider so you can see it as well. I hope you can see it, and most importantly, I hope you can hear it when I play something here. And you have the folder with the demos. I didn't know that. You have the wave demos in here. Let's make that a little bit quieter. Oh yeah, but before we jump into... damn that noise. Let me try to close the window and see if that brings down the noise level a little bit. Sorry, I'll be back in a second. And I can grab my coffee then. So there we are back. I hope that helps a little bit. I turned the windows down, so hopefully we have not as much noise now. Of course they do that shit every time I want to stream. But wait, there's more. Okay, I forgot to look at MIDI drag functionality. So we have this little thing here. Let's switch that to play all. The question is, I know that it's possible. There we go, get MIDI. And now we have the MIDI. And I think now we just take this thing. No. Ah, okay. Now we have the MIDI. So what does the MIDI look like? It puts everything onto one note, which is fine. This is what we did as well. And it does export the velocity. So when we turn the step sequencer off here and play that back, interestingly enough, let's check it when we turn, let's delete that. When we use the key sequence and randomize that, and now say, oops, no, randomize. Okay, let's take this one. Get MIDI. I don't know if you need to play through it one time to actually get the MIDI, or if it does it right away. But we grab the MIDI. Okay, but it still keeps, even if we use different notes, it still keeps everything on the same note. So you need to randomize these notes in the sequence yourself. But still, you have the MIDI with the velocity range, and then can immediately play it back on another library, for example, or stuff like that. This is awesome. Is kind of the wrong word for that, because it's like awesome. Keepforest will update this. What do you mean? That it renders the MIDI as it was played with the randomize function? That would help a lot. Yeah, so if we have a sequence that we like, so get MIDI, it gets the MIDI right away. I don't need to play it through. So, yeah, it would be great if it would grab the randomized position as well. That would be awesome. You guys, if you do that, you are even better than you are now, which is hard to top. So, after so much looking at the... And obviously nothing is happening in the rhythm because we still have that thing active, but we can quickly record that thing. Okay, so quantize. Now we have a little section here. Let's look at the browse again. Now let's take a listen to what did Gemot say? But wait, there is more. It's not only the contact library, we have also 4 folders of audio files. And these 4 folders have incredibly amount of subfolders. So we have sub... Are you fucking kidding me? Holy hell. Okay, so there is a few samples in there. How many sub booms do you need in your life? No. Let me quickly recheck. Keepforest, the waves is 2.7 gigs, and the Keepforest library is 5 so it's 7.5 gigs overall, and the free edition weighs in at 321 megabytes. Now we have metallic trailer hits. I think these are the same as the one-shots in the Contact engine. I mean, that kind of stuff is better to have in audio because you can align the transient easier than with the MIDI from the Contact interface. Cheers, coffee. Organic trailer hits. Amazing stuff there. Sound effects trailer hits. Transformers. Say hi. Then we have trailer impacts. Me every time on holiday when I run into the door of the trailer. So then we have whooshes and transitions, some of my favorite patches. Ooh, very nice stuff in there. Bonus trailer sound effects. Hey Oleg. You can't have enough Brahms. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Come on, come on, come on. So, but next to that, we also have the round robin percussion, but I mean, I'm not really sure. It's fine to have that as wave. But this is, in my opinion, better suited for the engine because it's sitting there already ready to go. But Keepforest, since you guys on it, one remark that I may have or may give you on the cymbal patch, maybe you do an alternative version of the patch where you can play the hi-hat actually as it's intended to play it, so that the short hi-hat cuts off the long one, so that you put it in a group. And can I actually do that? I can go to the group editor. So so that you at least have a typical hi-hat behavior, so that the short hi-hats cut off the long ones. You know what I'm talking about. So maybe you offer two different versions of the patch, or maybe just a knob that activates that function. Because the sounds or the samples from the hi-hat are actually really good. I just would love to be able to cut off the long hi-hat with the short ones. Because the sound, again, is like that a lot. Always good to have some hi-hat in the house. So, back to the sounds. Trailer loops. Are you guys actually insane? This is really good. How many guys did you had in the hangar when you did the stomps and claps? It sounds like you must have had like 1,000 people there. Why do we don't hear anything anymore? Oh, I found an empty wave file. How dare you? Putting something in there that has no content. In my language, these are boner sounds. That's gonna be good. And I mean, if you have Devastator, this thing in Devastator and your next hybrid trailer album is right around the corner. Okay, give me a quick moment. I'll be back in a second. I'm back. So just a quick explanation. My sweet little wifey has her first week of college. So I gotta help her a little bit with some stuff every now and then. It's all new and all shiny and all exciting, and so lots of stuff in here. TikToks. Then we have simple loops. Foley loops. I mean, this is all stuff that you can create within the engine, but I mean, this is like if you're extremely lazy and you don't even need to create it within the engine, but can just take the loops and slam them in and call it a day. But it's also great to get some inspiration of what you can do with the included sounds. So therefore, it's actually really good to kind of draw some inspiration from it. Okay, you know what? Let's fire this thing up and see if we can come up with a little bit of music for it. Let's see. So we need to start with some decent hits. Or maybe just with hybrid trailer percussion. Ready. Done. Okay, let's we do 106. No. 116. Okay, so let's record something. Da 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 da. Want to have a click, please. So that's actually like triplets, I guess. I want to change these. Okay, first loop done. Next one, let's go with metallic trailer punches. Let's use the engine here. Michael Weber, that's quite a bad comment there. Watch your words, otherwise I need to kick you out. That kind of behavior is not tolerable. Let's do this. Let's see how that sounds in context with the other stuff. That sounds pretty cool. So gonna do this. Cut that off and obviously make that hey Bernard, nice to have you around. I think I can turn that down even a little more. So, and then what we do is let's use some of the WAV files as well. There's just how much friggin' stuff can you put into that? Oh, let's close the folder. The subs alone, like, create pain in the finger because of scrolling. So, trailer stems. What are actually trailer stems? Oh, that's like... Holy shit. This is... Ah! Well, you can definitely not say... honestly, when I first saw the price tag, I was kind of quickly thinking, well, is that maybe a little steep? But now that I know what's inside, this keeps you covered for days, years, months, years. This is an insane amount of content that gets you going. If, honestly, of course, if you're into writing that type of music. If you want to write chamber pieces, this may not be the correct library for you. Just saying. Okay, let's go with this one. That one sounds nice. So send this to hits and make sure that this clocks in at -5 on the pre-gain. So yeah, audio obviously is easier to align and to move the transient to the position where it should be, like this. There we go. So now we have the cool thing is, that's what I love about Studio One. You can duplicate and it puts it into the correct position right away. So we have the hit there, then let's add like a transition or whoosh sound, pre-whoosh, pre-roll. That one is nice. Easy peasy. That one goes to wish. Wish, 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 wish. Come on, where's my... There we go, wish. Email. Just moving that here to make sure we can align that. I want to have that here. Make that bigger. So the transient is actually there, but let's move this. Right there. And make sure like this, and also bring the volume down a tad. So, well, we should have that here. So we have that guy. When we duplicate this, oops, that was too much. That was too much. No, not this one. Oh, come on. There we go. And let's put a little bit of reverb on this one. Sound effect reverb. Rip. How does that align? Okay, that can be louder. That is very quiet. Yep, that's better. That is too loud. And that one can have a little bit of reverb as well. Okay, there we go. Hey Hakan, nice to have you around. And on that second hit here, where we don't have a sound right now, I want to put a little bit of a boom. That one sounds nice. So let's bring that in. To have that boom here. Okay, position is perfect. Just want to make sure that it's sitting. Okay, that is fine. Make that -5. Send that to sub. Oh, boom's better. Yeah, that's fine. So we have a little bit of a low-end information on the place where there is no hit. That's too loud, a little less. That's okay. Okay, then I want to add percussion, like metallic, and use the... Maybe let's start with the TikTok. So let's go with stereo, rhythm, yeah. Okay, let's add a little bit of saturation and a delay. Come where? There. So let's use the tape delay, ping pong maybe, time. No, we want to have 8. Well, since we have triplets, let's go with triplets. No, I don't like the vintage sound there. That's fine. So that's the starting point. Just not sure how loud it should be. Okay, let's try. Just wanna make sure that this is in time. And I need volume. Play around a little bit with that. So, okay. Okay, we need a little bit of tonal elements for that. So, and since Ferrum is only percussion, we may look into using some Devastator. Devastator synth. Maybe some bass stuff. Hey Gimbal, nice to have you here. Okay. Main. Okay, that's fine. I wish I could make these steps shorter. Bop, 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 bop. But we can also just load a preset and see if we find something more. Will Keepforest, if you're still around, will Devastator get an update to be able to use the list within Contact as well? That would be great. Know what? Let's just freaking start with some Brahms stuff. And then I look into the rhythm later. Keepforest Devastator. Trail effects and where's my Brahms at? Signature leads trail. What? Brahms. Evening subfits. Hey Takahashi, what's the initial thought on Ferrum? Very metallic. No, it's great. It's really, really good. Subfits, do you offer a mastering service? I am actually thinking of that, of doing that, in case anybody wants to have something mastered from me. I can do that. Why not? I've never done that before. Okay, there we go. No, I mean, if I look at the way Ferrum has the rhythm set up here, I can click here and have a list. And if I click on here, I don't have a list. At least not that I can see. And if I click on load, it opens this instead of the list in Ferrum. That's what I mean. So if it would be possible to get this list into the interface, that would be... It's just a minor thing. Okay, there's CC1 already. Yeah, Subfish, just send over an email and then we can talk about it. That one. So let's take that as the starting point to record something on top here. That clock ticking was pretty loud on top. I want to have that a little bit to the left and a little quieter. So, I wonder if it would sound better when we don't put the tick on the one. But let's merge this. There we go. But instead, put it on the tick on the 2. It's pretty bold. But we are also not clipping, so that's good. So -6 is a good starting point. I don't pitch down the Brahms. I low pass them, so I filter. I mean, I have to be honest, I'm gonna make that a quick one. So that's gonna be a quickie today. Just doing quick little... No, I cannot hit G to merge two events because I relearned that key switch. G and H, that is like taken over from Cubase for me. G and H is Zoom. Has always been in Cubase, and I'm so G and H is so in my muscle memory to if I want to not do this, but actually manually zoom. I cannot have G for grouping individual elements. I need to, maybe I do Command and G or something, so I need to relearn that key command. So sorry, no G for merging on my end. Ouch, that was loud. Make that -5. -5 is my initial setting for the, if you wonder what I'm doing here, because I have the mixer on and not the screen, -5 is my initial setting for the pre-gain in Studio One. So I turn everything down by at least -5 dB before it actually hits the fader. That way gain staging is much easier. So put that guy there. I think that can be a bit quieter. Okay, that is a little bit too quiet. So that goes to riser, please. And that gets sound effects reverb and sound effects delay. Not as much. Like this. If I were to chop it, I mean, I could go in and say I chop it manually. That is possible for sure. Why is that looking so strange here? I don't know why it's blue in the beginning and in the end. But maybe I don't need to know why. The easiest way would be to use like the kilohertz transgate. And put it like on 16th and then automate the mix. So I would go here, would say add automation for the inserts, mix, add, and then you could automate the 16th coming in towards the end. So that would be the easiest way. Could even do that a little bit earlier, so it chops even more. So that would be a possibility. That would be the fastest way to chop it up. And then you could also learn the length. No, not the length, but the resolution. So you could automate not only the mix, but the resolution. Add. And then you could even start with 16, then do 16 triplet, then do 30-second, and in the end even 30-second triplet. So like this. And then you could do would need to do the mix a little more. Well, maybe start the mix earlier. Well, I don't know why it doesn't change the last one. Maybe I should just make that a little bit bigger, a little bit more visible. So there seems to be an audible click sound or something when it changes. Let's put it on 30-second here. Okay, like this. I'm not really sure why it's not changing here on the second one. It should, but it doesn't. So that is one way, and the other fast way obviously would be if we get rid of this, close the automation, we don't need that, then we just go to plain volume and say, okay, we start with 16s, cut that up. There is, well, in Cubase, if I hold down Alt and cut, it cuts the rest of the elements. So, but yeah, when you cut it, then go back to normal mode, and then you can. No, you cannot. Oh, come on. Oh, okay, that's the reason why I think I duplicated that riser at some point. Unintentional. So let's do it like this. Yeah, that makes more sense. Seven, 8. And then I take these. I have to be honest that this is kind of a little bit easier in Cubase. At least I am not as used to it in Studio One, so I need to up my game a little bit with chopping audio. So then I would say like quarter triplets. Move that out of the way just to make sure. And go back to 16 triplets. No, 16th. 16. 3, 4, 5. Move that there. I haven't figured out yet why I need to move that to the side to move, because when I cut this and want to move this edge, then the other edge moves with it, which I don't want. So it's kind of, maybe if I hold, oh, now it's doing this. So, I mean, that's the manual way, which gives you a little more control. And I will move that that here. So overall, so we need another hit, obviously, in the end. I love that copy function that you can, if the hit sits at the one time, you don't need to worry about it again. Just duplicate and it will always sit where it should. That's great. Hey Hal, hey Philip, hey Arkin, EPM. I wouldn't necessarily say that I changed the AW, but I just enjoy working in Studio One at the moment very much. And yesterday in the night stream, we made a test with my JAEGER template, and actually Studio One is handling the CPU way better at the moment than Cubase does. Yeah, I will likely be back in Cubase when version 11 comes around in fall, so I will check that out. And let's be lazy for the end. So let's say we have a pressing timeline and the client is knocking on the door and says to you, I wanted to have that delivered by yesterday. Where is my stuff? Send it over, send it over. Yeah, I'm working on it. It's coming soon. It's 116 BPM. I'm nearly done with it. And say, okay, I just need an ending. I'm under crunch pressure, time pressure. I need to get this done. Okay, it's already in time. That is great. Go up there, a little bit quieter. Send that to maybe to Percussion Mid. No, send that to Percussion Reverb. No, not tonal. Sorry, I'm under time crunch. I need to get this track done. The client is waiting. What do I do? Oh God. Done. File is coming away. Here, 1 minute trailer. Okay, the first part doesn't work because that is straight underneath the triplet, so I just use the second part and need to make it a little bit louder. That's perfect. Just open up the master and, well, the master group channel, which is kind of questionable why that is sitting underneath. This should go up there into the sound effects folder. So now it makes more sense. Open up the master, go there. Let's slam the shit out of the baby. Pro L2. Modern sound is fine. Look ahead just a little bit. I'll bring that down to minus 0.5. That's fine. True peak. Limiting is active. Watch your speakers, folks. So that would be something we can send off to the client. Holy friggin' hell. So that library is such a time saver to get stuff done fast. I mean, that was really a fast example. You can do better if you spend more time. But I just don't want to slow you down or keep you away from your day and from your chores. So get going, get working, get the library. Keep-forest.com if you intend to grab the full one. There you go, Keepforest store. I think, based on my biased opinion, because they send it to me for free, so I will. No, I'm just kidding. Absolutely honest, this is an amazing workhorse library that gets a lot of stuff done for that specific sound. So it will not replace Damage, and Damage will not replace Ferrum. It's two distinct sound aesthetics. Do you need both? That's tough to say. I personally, for my workflow, yes, I definitely need both and want to have both. But Ferrum is a very, very trailer-oriented soundscape, whereas Damage 2 is more think Junkie XL, Mad Max, big drums. They have the electronic parts as well and the sound-designed hard-hitting parts. But I would consider Damage 2 not as much trailer as I would consider Ferrum. Whereas Ferrum would not deliver like the organic sounds that you get out of Damage. But I'm pretty sure that with this genius engine that they have built for this library, that's only a logical choice to do the same thing with organic drums as well in the near future. So I'm pretty sure we will soon see that same library principle with organic percussion as well. Subfits, have you played with binaural mixing? I only have heard about it and every now and then, but I've never really went into that stuff. So there's nothing else you need to add to this. This library, the sound speaks for its own. And amazing from Keepforest to offer that free version, which honestly, if you, for example, recently grabbed the JAEGER template or the Audio Imperia bundle sale, together with the Ferrum free edition, you get a ton out of mileage out of these sounds. So, not going into the Studio One and Cubase discussion right now, but I enjoy working in Studio One at the moment very, very much. So that's all I can say to that. Little track from today. I come to an end already. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for watching. And I wish you all a wonderful Thursday afternoon, evening, night, wherever you are. I may be streaming later tonight with another night session, keeping on with a track from tomorrow. I keep going with a track from tomorrow. No, that I started yesterday. That turned out pretty nice, and I want to keep going with that. So maybe see you tonight around at 9, 10, something like that. So make sure to hit the subscribe button and the bell to be notified when the next stream goes online or when the next video is up. Also, of course, I appreciate any support you can give, either on Patreon, join the Discord server for communication, or check out my own shop if you're interested in that kind of template work. You can support me there. Thanks for each and everyone who clicks the like and follow button and follows my journey here. Little track from today. Thanks for tuning in. See you next time. Bye-bye.